What's up guys, Eric from B-Sonic. Today we have here a 2025 Toyota 4Runner, the Trailhunter edition. And one of the things that can make this vehicle even better is our 3 Series Encore Alpha amplifier. This amplifier will give the 4Runner a factory sound system boost and give you more clarity, more bass, and more sound as a whole. And if you want to add another amplifier or subwoofer to your sound, the amplifier have you covered with these RCA outputs, giving you the opportunity to make your sound even better. It's a very straightforward installation, all plug and play, requires no cutting, no splicing of any of the original factory components. Let's stop talking, let's get inside to the installation. Alright guys, so now that we're in the vehicle, let's get this installation process started. This is the model with JBL, so you have the larger screen size. We already did a video on the non-JBL side with the small screen. Installation process is almost exactly identical. So you're first gonna go behind the screen. Going to locate this panel here. We already removed it. Just use a panel removal tool. Bring it down here and just pop it up, and then you can just pop it up like this. There's these clips that are holding it, and once this is removed, right below it you'll find 4 10mm bolts that are holding this in place. We already removed it, so you'll just see 4 empty holes there, but we removed that using a 10mm socket, and we use an extension and a ratchet. So this is our setup here, just like this. And of course you're going to be turning it counterclockwise. Okay, so once we have that out, grab the radio and just pull it out towards you. Okay, and have a thick towel ready like this. It could be an old sweater that you don't need anymore. And we're going to set it on top of this. Just be very careful. There's sharp brackets behind the screen. You do not want to scratch the inside of your car. There it is. Just gonna lay it out right here. All right, so once the radio is out, these are the 2 connectors we're gonna be focusing on. The black one all the way to the passenger side and the white connector right next to it. And going back to this harness, plug and play harness, you'll find a set of white connectors and black connectors. These are the connectors gonna connect over there. And for your 3 Series harness, you'll also find a blue remote wire coming out from this side. This harness doesn't have it because this is actually sample, doesn't have it, but for your kit, you'll definitely have that. And that's there if you want to add an additional power subwoofer to it. You could wire that remote wire directly to your new amplifier or to your new power sub, which will signal the new power sub to turn on. Okay, so let's grab these. I'm gonna take this tag off here. This tag is telling you the correct location of your connector, okay? All right, so let's unplug these 2 connectors. Okay, there's one there, and there's another one here. If you want to, okay, we got those 2. If you want to, you can also remove these 2 connectors up here. Very easy to disconnect. Just press down the release and just pull it out, just so it gives you more room to access those 2 connectors right below it. And then let's just connect these connectors together. Here for that click, like so. The important thing here for that click, or else it might not be pressed in all the way. And when you're making all these connections, you want to do the best you can not to loop or tangle up your wires. Under here, there it is. And let's reconnect these 2 1-pin connectors. And next, all we have to do is ground the negative terminal. I'm going to ground it to the side of the radio here. It's an 8mm socket or a Phillips screw, so let me grab an 8mm socket. All right, here we go. No need to remove the whole bolt. You just need to loosen it just enough so that you could fit the ring terminal inside. All right, there it is. Okay, and all that's left now is to plug this in, these 2 connectors to the amplifier. And then we want to turn on the car. let's try to find the most optimal settings on the gain. All right, guys, we did some audio testing on here and we played around with the gain, and I think the sweet spot is at 50%. That's the default setting. Anything over that got really loud. I'll leave it up to your guys' discretion. Go ahead and just play around with the settings a bit, see what you like, depending on how loud you like to listen to your audio. So for us, 50% was pretty good. We're gonna leave it at that. Now we're gonna pull back on the radio and let's mount the amplifier. Okay, so when you mount this amplifier, there's the big harness right behind it. There's a little clip that was holding it in right here. We removed it. We left the clip onto the harness, but we removed it over here. We're gonna push it over to the side so that we have enough room to mount the amplifier here. And all this harness is gonna go over the amplifier and straight back. Okay, and then the amplifier will come with double-sided tape. So go ahead and just put 2 strips up here, and we're gonna mount it like so. We're using a different double-sided tape, but you can't use the one that comes with the kit. Mount it like this, have the connector on the left side, and let's organize all the excess wire. Place it all along the side here. All right, and let's carefully push the radio back in. Okay, there it is. There is a white connector on the bottom side of the passenger side. If your amplifier is too much towards the passenger side, it might hit it. So you may have to reposition your amplifier more towards the driver's side to give that clearance for that white connector to pass through. And just make sure all your connectors, the connectors from our harness, is well organized so that it doesn't prevent the radio to go back in fully. So got that in. Now let's reinstall the 4 10mm bolts and put the top panel back on, and that will complete our installation. All right, guys, so we just finished installing. Now let me show you how much difference it made by showing you a before and after video clip with the amp and without the amp. All right, we just finished installing our Encore Alpha 3 Series amplifier. Thank you, Daniel, for sitting in again. I know you were here a few weeks ago on the GR86. We installed the Encore Alpha Series amplifier in that too. Now we have this in your new 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Yeah. Yes, and like always, I'm sure all of you guys will want to hear from another third person what they think about the sound system, because, you know, we're always saying all these amazing things about it, and we still think it's very amazing. Customer said so too. It's one of the best-selling items that we offer, but it's always good to hear from someone like Daniel Song. It's his second car that he's experiencing, so let's see how he enjoys it compared to the before and after of the GR86. So turn on the car.
You know, the good part in this part of the music is that you can hear the clarity of the sound, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, before the bass kicks, oh, well, there's the bass.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is in that first few opening 15 seconds of the song, you can hear just the clarity of the sound.
Yep.
And that's really awesome because, again, I don't have a trained audiophile ear.
Yeah.
I'm sure an audiophile would be much more articulate about the way they explain it. I mean, this is the same volume we had it before we came in here, right?
Yes.
So one, there's a noticeable increase in volume. So that's number one. I noticed an increase in volume, like a fullness in the sound.
We hear that a lot.
And we haven't changed any of the factory settings though,
No,
right?
we haven't. It's all in the center.
So again, it's all through the amplifier that we're seeing anything that we're experiencing here. Yeah, like this is great. Because I'm enjoying it loudly, but without the sacrifice of distorting the music, right? So this is great.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Yeah, I hear, you know, people say it's very clear. It becomes the bass hits, it becomes punchier.
Yeah.
And just overall, they hear a lot of details that wasn't heard before in the music.
Yeah. For me, I mean, the one reason why I keep coming back to these Encore things is like, in my mind as a modifier, obviously there's the extreme things, the big budget modifications you can do. But for me, whenever I buy a car, in my mind, I have these what I call starter mods, right? Fairly inexpensive, fairly easy to install. You know, you get it and you can do it one weekend, right?
Yes.
This is one of those essential starter mods for me. That's why I call you. Every time I buy a new car, I bought a GR86, can we install one? I bought a 4Runner, can I install one? I have a Tacoma, can I install one? I keep coming back because I feel like this is such an incredible essential starter mod.
Oh yeah.
So I love it.
And it's so easy. Anyone could do it at home. You just need basic tools, a 10mm socket, and you're good to go. And some of these Toyota vehicles, you don't even need to remove the radio too. So you can just reach back there and just connect it.
So good. So again, a 10-15 minute weekend project.
Yeah.
And then you get to enjoy this.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Right away. All right, guys, well, that does it. That is our conclusion of our installation demonstration. Also, some first impressions from Daniel Song. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys already have the Encore Alpha Power Amplifier, leave a comment. Let us know how you've been enjoying it, how long you had it for, what vehicle you installed it to, and also the gain settings that you've been using. I would love to hear it. Thank you very much, guys. And if you haven't yet, help our channel, hit that subscribe button, give us that like. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next video.